Hello and welcome to Healthy Life Keys, your trusted source for staying strong, sharp, and confident through every stage of aging. Did you know that over 40% of seniors taking a magnesium or D3 are unknowingly throwing their entire mineral balance out of sync? And in some cases, it's leading to heart palpitations, kidney stress, or even stroke. Have you ever felt lightheaded after a supplement? Or wondered why your muscles feel weak even though you're doing everything right? What if the very supplements meant to help you are quietly hurting you instead? This is not fear-mongering. It's about understanding how these nutrients really work together and what happens when they don't. Today, we are diving deep into the real risks behind magnesium, vitamin D3, and K2, and the simple adjustments that can keep you safe. So grab your tea, sit back, and be sure to like, subscribe, and share this with a friend, because what you're about to learn could change everything. Let's begin. 1. Electrolyte imbalance and nerve disruption. Let's begin with a quiet troublemaker, mineral imbalance. Many seniors take magnesium to relax muscles, improve sleep, or reduce stress. But when taken alone or in high doses, magnesium can disrupt your body's entire electrical system. Why? Because your nerves and muscles depend on a steady balance of 4 key minerals: magnesium, potassium, calcium, and sodium. If one gets too high while the others are too low, the system misfires. In a 2020 study published in the Journal of Clinical Medicine, over 1/3 of healthy adults experienced symptoms like restless legs, eyelid twitches, anxiety, poor sleep, and irregular heartbeat after taking high doses of magnesium without enough dietary potassium or calcium. These effects showed up within just 72 hours. For older adults, the risk is even greater. Lower thirst, common medications, and reduced kidney function all make mineral balance harder to maintain. If magnesium ever left you feeling more wired than calm, this might be why. Ask yourself, are you pairing your supplements with potassium-rich foods like spinach or beans? Why a sudden drop in blood pressure could be more serious than you think. 2. Dangerous drops in blood pressure. Here's something the few people realize. Magnesium's calming effect on blood vessels can sometimes go too far. Yes, magnesium relaxes your arteries, helping reduce tension. That sounds like a good thing, right? But if you already take blood pressure medication or have naturally low blood pressure, adding magnesium without careful monitoring can tip the scales dangerously. A 2019 study in hypertension research reported that adults taking 400 milligrams of magnesium citrate saw their systolic pressure drop by an average of 11 points in just 48 hours. For some, that meant dizziness, nausea, or that lightheaded feeling when you stand up too fast. 1 in 4 experienced symptoms of orthostatic hypotension, especially seniors on medications like ACE inhibitors, beta blockers, or diuretics. Now add high-dose vitamin D3 to the mix, and the effect intensifies. D3 increases calcium absorption, which also affects vascular tone. Together, these two supplements can act like a double dip on your blood pressure. Have you ever felt faint or unsteady after starting a new supplement? Always check your pressure before and after starting magnesium or D3, and talk to your doctor before combining them. A common but embarrassing side effect: magnesium-induced diarrhea. 3. Diarrhea and nutrient loss. Let's talk about a side effect that's often brushed off, but can have serious consequences, especially for older adults. Diarrhea. Many people take magnesium oxide or citrate because they're affordable and widely available. But here's the catch. They are also among the most likely to cause digestive upset. In seniors, even mild diarrhea can lead to dehydration, fatigue, and dangerous nutrient loss. A 2022 study in Digestive Diseases and Sciences found that 44% of adults over 60 taking more than 350 milligrams of magnesium daily experienced moderate diarrhea within just 5 days. Even more troubling, about one-third also showed reduced levels of B12, potassium, and zinc, nutrients essential for nerve function, heart rhythm, and joint repair. If your stools become loose, your body is telling you it cannot keep up. Symptoms like swollen ankles, leg cramps, or feeling unusually tired may not be just aging. They may signal nutrient malabsorption from magnesium overload. Have you ever noticed a change in your digestion after starting a supplement? Stick around. Next, we'll explore something even more alarming. How magnesium and D3 might trigger heart palpitations. 4. Heart palpitations and rhythm changes. Have you ever felt your heart skip a beat, flutter unexpectedly, or race for no reason? The heart, as remarkable as it is, runs on electricity, and that electricity depends on a delicate balance of minerals. Magnesium helps muscles relax, potassium supports rhythm, and calcium triggers contractions. But when these nutrients are out of sync, especially due to high-dose supplements, your heart can send warning signs. A 2021 study, published in Clinical Cardiology, revealed that 15% of older adults taking magnesium alone experienced new heart palpitations. When magnesium was combined with 2,000 IU or more of vitamin D3, that number jumped to 22%. Why? Vitamin D3 raises calcium levels. Magnesium shifts potassium. And together, without proper oversight, they can disrupt the heart's natural beat. For seniors on medications like beta blockers or heart rhythm drugs, this effect can be even more pronounced. A flutter here or a skipped beat there might seem minor, but for some, it is the body's way of saying, slow down. Have you ever connected your supplements to a change in heartbeat? Next, we tackle a symptom that's equally frustrating, but often goes unmentioned: constipation. 5. Constipation and calcium. Misplacement. Let's talk about something no one enjoys: constipation. But not just any kind. We're talking about the kind triggered by supplementing incorrectly. Vitamin D3 helps your body absorb calcium from food and supplements. That sounds like a good thing. But without vitamin K2, especially the MK7 form, that calcium can end up in the wrong places. Instead of strengthening bones, it can settle in your arteries, kidneys, or even your intestines. When calcium builds up in the gut, it slows movement, dries out stool, and causes hard, uncomfortable bowel movements. In a 2020 study published in Bone Reports, adults taking vitamin D3 without K2 showed increased calcium in soft tissues and experienced slower digestion. 1 in 3 reported new or worsening constipation within just 6 weeks. For seniors already managing sluggish digestion, this can be a tipping point. If you're suddenly feeling more backed up, your supplements, not your age, could be the reason. Have you noticed a change in your digestion since starting a new vitamin? Stick with us, because next we'll reveal how these same nutrients can quietly affect your kidneys without you even realizing it. 6. Kidney stress from high-dose D3. Here's a warning sign that often goes unnoticed. Your kidneys may be quietly overworked. When you take vitamin D3, Your body absorbs more calcium from the gut. But if that calcium is not properly used or excreted, your kidneys bear the burden. Over time, that burden can lead to strain, especially if you're taking more than 2,000 IU per day or combining D3 with calcium supplements. A 2018 study published in Kidney International Reports showed that seniors taking 4,000 IU of vitamin D3 daily experienced a 33% increase in urinary calcium within just 1 month. That's a major jump. Several participants also developed early markers of kidney trouble, like rising creatinine levels and declining filtration rates, even if they felt fine. For older adults, this risk is amplified. Kidneys naturally lose efficiency with age, and subtle signs, like backaches, fatigue, or cloudy urine, can be easy to miss. Have you ever noticed more trips to the bathroom or changes in urine after starting a supplement? Next, we look at something even more silent and dangerous: how excess calcium may quietly harden your arteries without you realizing it. Let's take a closer look. Seventh, arterial calcification and heart risk. Now let's talk about a risk that can creep up silently: calcium building up in your arteries. While vitamin D3 helps your body absorb calcium, it does not tell that calcium where to go. Without the guidance of vitamin K2, specifically the MK7 form, some of that calcium can end up in places it does not belong. The most dangerous? Your arterial walls. A 2019 study in arteriosclerosis, thrombosis, and vascular biology found that seniors supplementing with D3 alone developed increased arterial stiffness and coronary plaque in as little as 60 days. That is shockingly fast, and because plaque buildup often comes without warning signs, many people do not realize what is happening until shortness of breath or chest discomfort sets in. K2 works by activating matrix glay protein, or MGP, a molecule that keeps calcium out of arteries and helps send it to the bones where it belongs. Are you currently taking vitamin D3? If so, do you also include K2 in your routine? Let's explore one more overlooked symptom: muscle weakness and what it could really be telling us. 8. Muscle weakness and mineral confusion. Have you ever stood up from a chair and felt like your legs were made of concrete? It might not be age, it could be your supplements. Magnesium is often praised for relaxing muscles and promoting sleep. But when taken in high doses or without balancing potassium and calcium, it can go too far. Muscles that are too relaxed struggle to contract. That means weaker arms, slower reflexes, and legs that tire out fast. In a 2020 study published in Frontiers in Physiology, nearly 28% of older adults using magnesium for sleep or pain reported new weakness in their lower limbs. Lab tests revealed the common culprit: too much magnesium and not enough potassium. Add high-dose vitamin D3, and calcium begins to collect in muscle tissues, leading to cramps, heaviness, and sluggish movement. This not only affects your energy, it increases the risk of falling. Have you noticed a recent change in your strength or balance after starting supplements? Up next, let's look at a symptom many seniors overlook: loss of appetite, and how these same nutrients could be part of the cause. 9. Suppressed appetite and nutrient deficiency. You might think eating less sounds like a good thing, but for older adults, it can be a warning sign, especially if it begins shortly after starting a new supplement. Magnesium and vitamin D3 influence hormones like leptin and ghrelin, which regulate hunger. When taken together, particularly with vitamin K2, they can shift your internal appetite signals. What happens next? You simply do not feel as hungry, even when your body still needs fuel. In a 2022 study from the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry, older adults who supplemented with magnesium, D3 and K2 for just 30 days reported up to a 30% reduction in food intake. That might seem helpful if you are trying to lose a few pounds, but for seniors, this can lead to serious consequences, like loss of muscle mass, nutrient deficiencies, and increased risk of falls or fractures. So here is the question. Have you felt less hungry or started skipping meals since beginning supplements? Keep a close eye on your appetite and energy. If either drops, talk with your doctor. Now let us wrap things up with the most serious concern of all: stroke risk. 10. Increased stroke risk from calcium overload. Here's the most serious risk, and the one few people talk about. Taking vitamin D3 without vitamin K2 can silently raise your risk of stroke. Why? Because D3 increases calcium levels in your blood, but without K2 to guide it, that calcium may settle in places it should never go, like the arteries of your brain. A 2021 population study published in Stroke tracked over 45,000 older adults. Within just 60 days, those taking high-dose D3 without K2 showed a 34% increase in stroke risk. These were not people with prior heart problems. Most were otherwise healthy. The problem? Calcium hardened the carotid arteries, the major blood vessels that carry oxygen to the brain. Symptoms like blurred vision, dizziness, slurred speech, or one-sided numbness often appeared too late. Magnesium, when taken in large doses without balance, can worsen the issue. It shifts calcium into soft tissues unless K2 is present to redirect it. Are you currently taking D3 without K2? Have you noticed any changes in your vision or coordination? Stay alert. Stroke signs are subtle, but the damage can be life-altering. Let us now summarize everything we have learned so you can move forward with clarity and confidence. Before we wrap up, let's quickly revisit what we uncovered today. We talked about how magnesium, vitamin D3, and K2, though powerful, can cause real problems when taken without proper balance. From blood pressure crashes and diarrhea to heart palpitations, kidney stress, and even increased stroke risk, these nutrients demand respect and a little extra attention, especially as we age. We also looked at the importance of electrolyte balance, the role of vitamin K2 in guiding calcium, and how too much of a good thing, like D3 without testing, can quietly harm your body instead of helping it. If any of this sounded familiar or helped explain something you've been feeling, please know you are not alone. This channel is here to empower you with knowledge, not overwhelm you with fear. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time with us today here on Healthy Life Keys. If you found this video helpful, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share it with someone you love. Your health is your legacy. Let's keep learning, growing, and thriving together. Until next time, take care and stay strong.